Namaste and welcome to Refeel Yoga. My name is Andrew and today I'm super excited to start this 10-day journey with you for rejuvenating your essence. What do I want to say? Oh, it's live. I'm really excited. It's been a while since we've done one of these challenges and I think this is the perfect time. It's the perfect moment to go into this experience. I'm just waiting to see if there's technical difficulties because we had this with the one challenge. Anyway, let's continue. So this challenge, I'm using the word challenge just because it's kind of catchy and it's suiting, but it's more of a process. It's more of a journey. And this is going to be about rejuvenating your energy, rejuvenating your vitality, this life force, and expanding our capacity, our awareness. A lot of this program is going to be focused on Vishuddha Chakra, the element of space and time, and going really subtle with our awareness. It's going to be a beautiful journey, very purifying and very helping to clear the mind, to help us become aware of subtleties of life. I'm really excited to share with you, and I'm a little bit nervous because it's been so long since I've been live, but I hope that you will enjoy, and I know in the days it will evolve. So what this is going to look like, the practice is going to be about 30 minutes each day. It will be the same practice, but what we'll be focusing on here is moving from gross to subtle. Just someone tell me if you can hear me, because I didn't get any response on my cell phone. So I don't want to be just Oscar Lee, let me know if you can hear me. Anyway, we're going to be moving from gross to subtle. So the practice from an external point of view will look the same. Great, hallelujah. But we'll be progressing internally. Okay, and this is what takes us far along the yogic journey is this internal evolution, and this is what's going to take you very deep. So today we're going to start just with the physical movements, the physical practices, and you'll see over the coming days we're going to go much more subtle. And my hope, my intention for this is that by the end of this practice you'll have a deep understanding of this movement of energy within you, how to control your inner energies and how to rejuvenate yourself. I really like this word rejuvenate. I chose it for a reason, and we're going to get into it more as we go into the more, we can say, mystical aspects of the practice. But rejuvenate, it means to rejuvenile yourself, to bring back that youthfulness, that glow, and it's what we need now. I think there's never a bad time to rejuvenate your essence. But this is my intention, is that throughout this journey, you will gain the skills, the capacity, and the awareness to move this energy yourself and to do these things for yourself. And of course, when we do for ourselves, it radiates onto the rest of the world. As I love to say, working on the self is the most selfless work we can do, because when we focus to improve our lives, to make ourselves more peaceful, more present, more aware, that helps everybody we meet along our journey in life. Okay, so like I said, it'll be about 30 minutes. Today will be a longer class because I will take time to explain each of the practices so that there's no confusion. And as we go, we will just be adding on to what we do today. Adding on in terms of awareness, in terms of perceiving the subtleties of the practice. I just want to put a special note out there that this 10-day challenge is the culmination of different requests from our various members. So we give a big shout out to them, to all the beautiful members who support us. If you like this content and you would like to support us and be more involved in the process of the content we're creating and sharing, we would love if you join our membership either here on YouTube by clicking the join link below or over on Patreon. It helps us out and it helps us to continue to create and share this beautiful content with you and the rest of the world. So thank you everyone who's helped in the construction of this journey. Okay, that's all I have to say for now. If you have any questions, please leave them. I've taken my glasses off, so I will not be able to read until the end of the practice. If you're not watching this live and you have questions, leave them in the comment section. I will answer them in the following day. And when we finish this practice, we do finish in a very deep and meditative state. I will not include Shavasana in the practice because some of you may want to take Shavasana and some of you may want to continue with meditation. I trust you to trust your own intuition as to what's right for you. So if you want to just sit in meditation, we'll end very quiet. If you want to take Shavasana and you feel it's right for you, please do so. Whichever you choose, make sure you do one or the other, just to allow that energy to settle, to balance, and to integrate before you go about your day. Okay, beautiful. So with that, we're going to start the practice, and we're going to be starting in a standing position. So everybody come up to standing. Because this is live, I can't cut out this with a seamless transition, but that's what we're going to do. So this is a complete practice. There will be a warm-up, there will be asana, there will be pranayama, and there will be meditation. And you'll see, it'll progress. It'll be beautiful. So make your way to a standing position. Standing nice and tall, press the feet down, reach the crown of the head up. Take a deep inhalation. And as you exhale, close your eyes and turn your awareness inside. Become aware of the physical sensations throughout your body. Take another deep inhalation. And as you exhale, release any negative or distracting thoughts and come completely to the present moment. One more deep breath. Exhale. And cultivate within yourself a state of intention and aspiration for the practice, towards everything that is beneficial, uplifting, pure, and true. Beautiful. The first part of the practice is going to involve warming up the neck, then warming up the spine, and really opening the energetic channels. So the first thing we're going to do is slow, full neck rotations. Drop the chin to the chest and slowly rotate the right ear towards the right shoulder, around back, left ear to left shoulder, and forwards. So the ear is going towards the shoulder. We keep the head facing forward. We're not turning the neck. We're just rotating it. Nice and slow, really focusing on the opening, relaxing of any tension in the area of the neck and throat. Feel like you can match this movement with the breath, inhaling as you rotate back, exhaling as you rotate forward, continuing in one direction. Keep the eyes closed and the attention inside. Really focusing on the subtle movements in the area of the neck. And the next time the chin comes to the chest, switch directions, rotating the opposite direction. Slow, full rotations, eyes closed, attention inside. Releasing any tension, opening the space in the area of the throat and neck. Inhaling back, exhaling forward. And finish the rotation. Return to center, standing with the eyes closed, your attention turned inside. And feel the expansion, relaxing and opening in the area of the throat. Beautiful. Gently coming back. So throughout all of these practices, it is recommended to keep your eyes closed and your attention inside, unless otherwise directed. But of course, if you need to open the eyes to receive the instruction or be reminded what we're doing, feel free to do so. And when you can, close your eyes and turn your awareness back inside. Okay, so for this one, open your eyes because I'm going to demonstrate. The next movement is going to be 5 quick double movements of the head. So just watch me first. So we're going to have the neck straight, and then we turn to the left 2 times, turn to the right 2 times. We stay to the right and we drop the head diagonally back to the left twice, diagonally back to the right twice, and then straight through center. Okay, a lot of these movements, with the exception of the first one, we do want to go a bit quickly to really activate the energy. But if you need to start slow today and build up over the next 10 days, feel free to do so. No need to keep up with me. Okay, so let's begin. 2 to the left, 2 to the right, 2 diagonally back to the left, 2 diagonally back to the right, and 2 straight back. Left, right, diagonal back, straight back. Close the eyes and focus on the movement itself. It may look a little bit silly, it may feel a little bit silly, but this is an excellent practice to open up the throat and neck. And the throat center is really the bottleneck of the energy channels between the mind and the rest of the body. So you see, we'll take this time and over the days really open our awareness to the subtle flow of energy in the area of the throat and through the rest of our being. Continue with the movement. If you've been going slow, try to pick up the pace a little bit for the last few moments. And do one more round. Finishing the round you're on, return to center. The eyes closed, attention turned inside. Feeling the further stretching, opening in the area of the throat. An expansion between the mind and the body. Beautiful. Gently coming back. The next practice, we're going to be moving the head side to side. Make sure the hips and shoulders stay square in one line. And we're just rocking the head from side to side. Again, the head's not turning, just side to side, side to side. And if you can, close your eyes, go inside, and feel this rocking of the head back and forth, keeping the shoulders and hips from moving. Turn your attention inward. Continue breathing normally throughout each of these practices. Side to side, no turning of the neck, just dropping the ear to the shoulder. And try to pick up the pace for the last few seconds a little bit quicker. And slowly dissolving the movement, returning to center, eyes closed, your attention turned inside. Feeling a state of balance along the left and right sides. The further opening in the area of the throat. Opening the connection between the mind and the body. Beautiful, everyone. Gently coming back. The next is going to be a lateral movement of the spine. So in this case, we want to keep the head and hips in one line. And we're going to be moving by lifting the shoulders up, lifting one shoulder up, dropping the opposite down, but focusing less on the shoulders and more on the spine, writhing back and forth like that of a snake. So you're lifting the shoulders, but you're focusing more on the center of the spine, moving back and forth, keeping the head and hips in one line. Okay, this one can get a little bit intense, but that's how you know it's working. Okay, so start off slow, and if you feel like you've got it and you can pick up the pace, you can go a little bit quicker. For today, go where is comfortable for you, and try to continue breathing normally. This one can be very purifying, so it's not uncommon to feel some sort of cramping sensations. If you're getting that experience, just realize that's the opening of these energy channels. Nothing to worry about. You can slow down if you feel you need, but continue for the duration we'll practice. Okay, close the eyes, attention inside and focusing on the movement of the spine back and forth. And let's go a little bit faster for the last moments. And dissolving the movement, return to standing, eyes closed, attention turned inside. Feeling a deep massage along the spinal column. If you have any painful areas, focus your awareness upon them to send healing energy to this point. Beautiful. I tell you, if some of these are a little bit uncomfortable, in time they will become very pleasant, as we're not just purifying, but opening and encouraging the flow of energy. Okay, the next practice can be a little bit complicated for some, so I'll try my best to explain it well for you. We're going to be in a wide-legged stance, and the final pose will have the knees bent, the hands will be on the thighs with the fingers pointed back, thumbs to the front, and the elbows will be straight and locked. The intention of this is to lock the elbows and elongate the spine, pressing down into the hips and pulling the spine up with the shoulders. So it's very important that you, in the final pose, have the elbows locked. Okay, if you're like this, it's not going to work. So what we'll be doing in this stance is we'll inhale. We're going to exhale through the mouth forward, all the breath out. Then we'll inhale back up. Lock the elbows and start to bend the knees, sinking into the hips. I'm pressing down into my hips. I'm not coming too far forward, trying to stay tall. Pressing down into the hips and feeling this elongation of the vertebrae. As I hold this pose and I hold the breath in, I try to relax into it. And I try to keep descending my hips, lengthening the spine. When holding the breath is no longer comfortable, I come up a little bit to release and I exhale forward. And again. Inhaling up, locking the elbows, sinking in. Okay? We'll do this a few times. Really try to relax into it. So wide-legged stance, bending the knees, placing the hands on the thighs. Now, if they're too high, it might be difficult to lock. If they're too low, locking won't do anything. Find that middle ground for you, where you're getting this stretch. Okay? Let's begin. Inhale. Exhale through the mouth forward. Deep inhalation coming up. Lock the elbows, pressing down, sink into the hips, elongating the spine. Hold the breath and relax into it. There's no need to push. Hold for as long as feels comfortable for you. Then release slightly. Exhale forward. And again. Let's do one final round. Really try to relax the spine as you hold, softening each of the vertebrae. And coming up, return to standing, eyes closed, attention turned inside. Feel the stretching and elongation of the spine. Increase distances between the ribs. And the expansion of the lung capacity. Beautiful. Gently coming back. Now this next practice can be uncomfortable. It can bring up a lot of physical discomfort. It can bring up emotions. We're going to be massaging a charged spot, a reflexology point, just below the sternum. This is known as the gastric massage. So to find this point, what we want to do is we want to locate the sternum. That's the bone where the ribs connect. There's a hard spot there. Okay, at this point, 2 fingers from your left hand go below that point. So the base of the bone is there, 2 fingers go below it. Now the thumb of the right hand inserts below those 2 fingers, a 2-finger distance below the base of the bone. Now I'm going to take my left hand and apply extra pressure, pressing my right thumb into this point. There will feel some kind of tender spot, some tense spot, some sore spot. And what we're going to do is we're going to massage this point. It might make you feel nauseous. It might make you feel emotional. It means it's working. What we're going to do, keeping the thumb in one point, is we're going to start to rotate first in a clockwise direction. So that means left down, right up. Keeping the thumb in that point and just doing small circles. So left down, right up. Going as deep as you comfortably can. We want to feel a little bit of discomfort because we want to relax that tension. But we don't want to go so much that it's excruciating. Yoga is never about hurting yourself. Okay? It's about relaxing the tension, releasing the blockages, and opening the energy channels. So continue with these small, deep circles. Close the eyes, go inside. Witness your breath. What happens? Are you able to breathe deep, or does that make you recoil as you feel more pain? Is there emotions, memories? Just relax into it. It might be very uncomfortable today, but it might become quite pleasant by the end of the 10 days. Okay, now we're going to switch thumbs and directions. So now take 2 fingers from the right hand below the sternum. Left thumb goes below those 2 fingers. Apply added pressure with the right hand and rotate right down, left up. Right down, left up. A counterclockwise direction. And again, close the eyes, go inside. Witness and allow whatever's coming. Remember, it's about massaging away the tension, opening the channel. It's not about torturing yourself or creating pain. And that will do. Release the massage. Turn to standing, eyes closed, attention turned inside. Feel the relaxing and energizing of the abdominal area. The calming and centering of your entire being. Gently coming back. Beautiful, guys. We're going to make our way down to the mat now for the rest of the practice. So, like I said, we're going to be moving from gross to subtle. So today we're just focusing on the physical aspects of the practice. But we will be going over the next days to something much more subtle and really directing our awareness. But today we just focus on getting the poses, getting the movements. So the pose that we're going to be doing now is called Viparita Karani. It means the inverted posture. It's sort of, it's very similar to the shoulder stand, a little more gentle, and it's going to lead into a very powerful practice for us, but it's not the shoulder stand. Okay, so it is an inverted pose. I will demonstrate it for you first. For most people, it is quite gentle, but if it is challenging for you, you can go easier. I'll give you some options. And if there's any tension on the neck, you can place some support under the shoulders, such as a folded towel or blanket. Now make sure that would go under the shoulders so that we relieve tension from the neck. If you put cushioning under your head, it will create more tension on the neck. Don't do that. Okay, so I will demonstrate the pose for you first, and then we will do together for 3 minutes. So the full pose will come from lying on the back. We'll lift the hips up as if we're coming into shoulder stand. We want to bring the elbows as close together behind the back, and then we bring the elbows to the hips, and we start to straighten the legs. Now the full pose, we try to get a straight line from the heels to the elbows. So I've got this sort of straight line and then angular line in the torso. Whereas in the shoulder stand, I'm trying to create a straight line the whole way. That's not the intention of this pose. Now, it might be a bit difficult to hold the weight on the elbows completely. So yours might look a little bit like this. That's okay. Again, go with where you are and just try to relax into it. Okay, so this is the pose we're going to hold for 3 minutes. And then we're going to relax, take a brief shavasana before the final practice. If you need to release before that, of course, feel free to do so. You can come back or you can just relax in shavasana. It's completely up to you. Okay, so let's prepare to practice Viparita Karani. Everybody make your way down to lying on the mat. We start by lifting the legs up, then rolling up the hips, bring the elbows close behind the back, bring the hands to the hips or lower back, and start to try to straighten the legs until you feel like you're balancing more on your elbows. Remember, if it's really uncomfortable for the elbows, you can keep the feet a little further over the head. Nothing wrong with that. And close the eyes, go inside, and just try to relax. For today, just witness what you perceive. In the coming days, we'll be adding much more to this practice. But for now, just witness. Relax into it and trust that this pose is working its magic. Viparita Karani is a powerful inversion. Very good for calming and energizing the mind. Activating Vishuddha Chakra. It purifies the nervous system. Boosts the metabolism. Helps to introvert the mind and bring us into a deep state of meditation. Breathing normally, relaxing into this powerful posture. And that will do. To release the pose, lower the feet over the head until you can bring your hands to the mat. Supporting yourself, slowly roll down vertebrae by vertebrae, coming down to lying flat on your back. We take a brief shavasana to allow this energy to settle. Allow the flow of blood to return to normal. And notice the deeply calm state that this pose has created for you. Gently coming back, wiggle the fingers, wiggle the toes, rotate the wrists and ankles, drop the head from side to side to release the neck. And when you feel ready, slowly, gently make your way back up to a comfortable seated position. Any seated pose that's comfortable for you. The final practice for today is also one we will be adding much onto. But for today, we're going to perform a mudra with the hands. We're going to interlace the fingers and just rest them in the lap. Okay, this is nice introverting mudra to help direct the mind inside. And here we're going to perform Ujjayi pranayama, otherwise known as the ocean breath. We want to create the sound of the ocean in the back of the throat by tensing the muscle known as the epiglottis. Imagine you have a mirror and you want to fog the mirror. Now do that with the mouth closed. Okay, so we want to keep that sound for both the exhalation and the inhalation, holding that slight contraction at the back of the throat, making the sound audible. The direction is, if the room was silent, someone should be able to hear you from about 4 meters away, or about 12 to 15 feet away, but no further than that. So it's not a loud humming, it's a hissing in the back of the throat. And what we want to do is we want to hold that contraction, breathing slow and deep, and just allowing this practice to really take us deep inside, to really calm and introvert the mind. And we will use that calm, introverted mind to go deeper in the coming days. We will do this for 3 minutes. So, sitting in the posture, any cross of the legs, fingers interlaced, sitting in the lap. Close the eyes. Turn your attention inside into the center of the throat and start to inhale with the hissing sound of Ujjayi pranayama. Exhaling with the same sound. You might not hear me because the microphone has a tendency to cut out the noise, but I trust you will hear yourself. Continue for 3 minutes. As you perform this Ujjayi pranayama, really focus to deepen the breath. Really breathe deep down into the belly. Feel the belly expand as you inhale. And feel it sink in as you exhale. Slow, long, deep breathing. Gently release the pranayama. Return to normal breathing. Sitting with the eyes closed, attention turned inside. Feel the relaxing and energizing of your entire being. A deep state of rejuvenation. We will close this class with the chanting of Aum 3 times, followed by Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Bring the hands together in front of the heart. Sit nice and tall. Inhale for Om. Inhale. Last one. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Thank you for joining me today. I wish you a beautiful day. Namaste. Beautiful work today, guys. I hope you enjoyed the practice. Like I said, if you want to continue with meditation, feel free to do so. If you want to take Shavasana, feel free to do so. If you have any questions and you want to ask them now, I'll be here for the next 2 or 3 minutes to answer questions. And if you want to continue with your practice, have a beautiful day. Okay, I will put the link for Shavasana in the description. I can't add the link on the video until after it's finished saving and rendering and everything. So yes, Oscar, I will do that. Lovely to see you all. Lee, Oscar, Maria, Barak, Marco, Stephanie, Rattail. So lovely, guys. Thank you so much. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow and evolving the practice further. Namaste. Lee, just to answer your question, if you sit down, you might not access all of the movement of the spine, but you could. If you prefer, you can sit down with the exception of the spinal elongation. That one won't be accessible sitting. Okay. Have a good day, guys. All my love to you.